has a look at some of the resources available.
It's a 3-day event here at Wildhorse Resort and Casino, walking through various aspects of addressing intimate partner violence. That started this morning. This year's summit follows the 2022 Violence Against Women Act renewal, which expanded tribal courts' criminal jurisdiction to cover non-native suspects of sexual assault, child abuse, stalking, and sex trafficking. I talked with Desiree Coyote about how this recent legislation is impacting tribal nations in our area and about what's next.
Oftentimes, when systems step in for domestic violence or sexual assault, they take care of it right then and there, and then they're gone. But for the victims and the families impacted by the violence, it's a lifelong process. So sometimes the way that the policies or laws are written, it does more harm than good to those who are entangled with the systems.
The push for change started in 2010, when tribal nations were given the ability to prosecute non-natives who committed domestic violence on tribal lands. In 2022, that was extended to include sexual assault crimes, child abuse, and property damage. While that change is important, Coyote says this summit at Wildhorse is meant to bring the systems forward to understand why these laws are important and how to incorporate them in a way to benefit the people. She says right now, the language in the laws can sometimes hurt more than help.
But when you take a look at where our children are, Indigenous children are, and the number of them that are in the juvenile system or jails or trafficked, and many of them are because the system removes them from home.
She says they're trying to make changes happen now, not in the future.
We've made those changes at the state level. Now working with Oregon Department of Human Services in regards to child welfare, I want to say the last 5 years, in how they work with families who are impacted by domestic violence and children. So still more work to do there.
The event continues tomorrow and Thursday, expanding on those topics. It is free to anyone. Reporting in Pendleton, I'm Rylee Fitzgerald with Apple Valley News Now.